We all have memories of a tasty pudding from our childhood, and for award-winning Samsung chef Reuben Riffel, it's his aunt's apple sponge dessert.
Now, as many of you might know by now, is I've got a sweet tooth. Now, the next dish I'm going to show you is a dessert that my Aunt Becca used to serve to us during the cold winter months. And it was just the perfect dish for the perfect time of the year. Now, she was known as one of the best bakers around. And this dessert was just beautifully spongy, and that tartness of the apple, it was just a perfect combination. To start off my apple sponge pudding, I'm going to heat up some water.
You'll need to boil about 150 milliliters of water. Meanwhile, put caster sugar, sieved self-raising flour and baking powder in a large bowl. In a separate bowl, mix a beaten egg with milk and melted butter, which will be added to the dry ingredients.
So always add the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients. So I've just made a little well.
Mix your wet and dry ingredients together until it has a smooth consistency.
Yeah, I would say that is smooth enough. I think I would probably only substitute Granny Smith with a pink lady apple, for example. They're just nice and firm and perfect for a baked dessert. And of course, try and cut out all the seeds as well. They tend to be slightly bitter if you find and bite into them when you're enjoying your dessert. And then all my apples are going into the bottom of my baking dish. And then this flour and butter mix is going to go straight over the top. And just one last little trick. So this water I boiled earlier, to that I'm going to add brown sugar. So this mixture I'm going to pour straight over the top. So that looks kind of strange, but I can promise you, once it gets out of the oven, that brown sugar water will actually give this dessert a beautiful caramel crust. So straight to the oven.
The dessert will bake in a preheated oven at 180 degrees for 45 minutes or until the apples are cooked through.
Now up here, I've got my apple pudding baking at one temperature, and down there, my chicken roasting at a different temperature. By just sliding in this divider, you essentially have two different ovens. And the greatest thing is that you don't get any transfer of flavors from one to the other. And the best thing is, once my guests arrive, I've got both my dishes finished at the right time. Wow. You know, just as I remember it, now I just want to quickly check those apples at the bottom. If that cooked through, they look and smell exactly as I remember them.
The apple sponge is best served with a custard made from milk, cream, egg yolks, corn flour and caster sugar, and flavored with a split vanilla bean for an irresistible topping.
Yummy. Now, isn't that the perfect dessert to warm you up?
To get Reuben's recipe for the apple sponge dessert, SMS the keyword Samsung to 47490.
Every great recipe has a story. Tell us yours, and if we like it, we'll cook it. Enter today by visiting theloveoffood.co.za.
Thank you so much, Reuben. That looks delicious. So just a reminder, to get the recipe of that delicious dessert, SMS the keyword Samsung to 47490. And why not share your own recipe as well, and also the story behind it, because every good recipe has a story behind it, and you could actually win. Enter today by visiting the website loveoffood.co.za, and you could be one of 6 people to win your share of 300,000 Rand worth of Samsung products. That website, once again, loveoffood.co.za.